Arsenal fans left fuming over Max Dowman incident during England. U19 game Max Dowman dazzled for England's under-19s during a 3-3 draw with Spain, who struggled to deal with the talented 15-year-old as he was fouled a number of times and also won a penalty. Arsenal fans have been left seething after their young academy star, Max Dowman, was fouled a total of 10 times in one half while on duty with the England under-19s against Spain. The 15-year-old wonder kid became the youngest player to start a game for the U19s, having previously made the youngest appearance off the bench in a 2-0 win over Ukraine on Wednesday. And during the clash with Spain, which finished in a 3-3 draw, Dowman's prodigious talent was evident as he was targeted by opposition players, especially in the opening 45 minutes. He went on to play a total of 69 minutes before manager Will Antwi withdrew him for Liverpool starlet Rio Ngumoha. During the game, Dowman was sent tumbling on a number of occasions by Spain stars who earned the wrath of Arsenal supporters online. The talented teenager was fouled 10 times in the first half alone, and also won a penalty in the second half after being tripped inside the area. Blockbuster Arsenal transfer. There was real concern from Arsenal fans over the sheer amount of times Dowman was targeted by Spain, especially from left-back Da Vinci, as some called for more protection from referees. One said, "I pray his career is not ended before it started with the way he is being kicked and the referee not dealing with those situations. He's got to be protected." Another wrote that left-back probably should have been sent off in the first half. Dude just had his worst nightmare on display. Hopefully this kid won't have bad injuries, considering how much he gets tackled in every game. A third added the Spanish lad who repeatedly fouled him was subbed and sat on his own with his head down for ages. The officiating was beyond awful, weak and pathetic, no protection whatsoever. Refs need to protect these kinds of players more. Read another tweet. Poor old Jack Wilshere had this same treatment, and look how it ended for him. Dowman has been named in Arsenal's Champions League squad this season after becoming the second youngest player of all time in the Premier League, with a sub-appearance against Leeds last month. Manager Mikel Arteta said he had to be careful over the player's development, saying he's going to be in and around the team. We're going to have to manage his development very well, his next steps, and now we are fully connected with everybody in order to achieve that. Thomas Tuchel's laughable programme notes comment fools no one as England fans send message England 2-0, Andorra. Thomas Tuchel's England limped to another forgettable win against Andorra as World Cup qualification resumed with a whimper at Villa Park. Villa Park crowd probably wished they had gone to see Coldplay at Wembley instead. This was not a great advert for international football, and even one of Chris Martin's songs might have got the pulses racing faster. Ultimately, England got the job done against an Andorra team which is ranked 174th in the world, but it felt more like a training session than a World Cup qualifier. It was only moved to the Midlands because Coldplay had already booked a string of sellout nights at Wembley, and this felt like such a familiar England storyline. They were sluggish, lacked intensity, and completely uninspiring. Thomas Tuchel could really do with some momentum, but England struggled to get out of first gear. England had to rely on an own goal to break the deadlock, and only managed one of their own thanks to Declan Rice's second-half header. After unwanted record, there were some positives as Nottingham Forest midfielder Elliot Anderson was bright and impressive on his debut, moving the ball and looking at home in international football. England boss Tuchel is desperately looking for a new number 6 to anchor his midfield to release the shackles from Rice, and Anderson put on a good audition. But England looked too much like the team which laboured against Andorra in the reverse fixture back in June, when only Harry Kane's solitary goal separated the teams. Not even Kane could get on the scoresheet this time. It was lacklustre and dull. It was also a long way from instilling the sort of buzz they will need to go to Serbia next Tuesday, where they will face arguably the toughest fixture in Group K. Let's be honest, they are halfway to being qualified, and one thing England do well is qualifying campaigns. But if they wanted to get the nation believing in them again, ahead of next year's World Cup, this was not the goal feast they needed. Tuchel actually wheeled out the old cliché in his programme notes. There are no easy games at international level anymore. Come on, we cannot fall for that one. Incredibly, Andorra only managed 4 touches in England's penalty box. It is down to England to break them down, and they made hard work of it back in June. And it was the same story again this time. Tuchel cut a frustrated, slightly worried figure as he sat on top of a drinks cooler box on the touchline, as England were rather sluggish and did not move the ball nearly quick enough. Anderson looked bright and lively as he tried to get England moving in midfield, while Noni Madueke was sharp down the right. But these games are always about just how early you can get the first goal. Andorra came to defend, strung 5 across the back, and tried to soak it all up. They are whipping boys resigned to their fate. The much-needed breakthrough came after 25 minutes. Madueke floated across from the right. Andorra defender Christian Garcia went up to head the ball, but only succeeded in diverting the ball into his own net. That should have been the moment the floodgates opened, but England were so wasteful in front of goal. Eberechi Eze saw his shot pushed away by Andorra keeper Iker Alvarez, and Marcus Rashford had a huge chance from the rebound but steered his shot wide. Kane set up Anderson, but he failed to take advantage, and Alvarez made another smart save. Rashford cut the ball back for ease, but the Arsenal new boy skied over as he was disappointing in the number 10 role. Finally, England got a second. Tuchel loves Reece James from their time together at Chelsea, and James's crossing can be superb. This time, James whipped one over from the right. Rice rose at the back post, and his towering header